Before I get into our titled feature, I guess I should go over my history with the Warcraft series. Mainly speaking, I've never played any of the Warcraft games, though I did play World of Warcraft for about a year, around the time Burning Crusades was released, and even then I did not follow any part of the game's lore or story for that matter. I was mostly just content being a handsome Tauren who could shapeshift into animals. I pretty much lost interest in the game because I got to a certain point where I couldn't play the game by myself and had to rely on other people, which can be hard when all your friends tend to have more free time than yourself and get way ahead of you in levels. Yes, I know, MMORPGs are supposed to be multiplayer games, but that's why I tend to stay clear away from other multiplayer games. I don't really like having to rely on other people to enjoy a game. So it should come to nobody's surprise that as soon as I popped this movie in, I was completely lost as to what the hell was happening throughout the entire thing. I had to pause the movie every once in a while to turn to my boyfriend and ask, what? As a Warcraft fan, he was able to pick up a lot of the Easter eggs that were put in the movie, but overall he didn't particularly enjoy this movie as a Warcraft fan. He especially did not like the ending. However, my thoughts on it, it was certainly better than I was expecting, but that doesn't mean the movie's good. It's alright. If anything, it was pretty to look at, and an alright killer of 2 hours. And I certainly didn't find myself bored while watching this movie. I wasn't invested, but I did kind of want to see how things were going to play out throughout it. Although, what attracted me to this movie was mostly all the promo shots of the actors dressed up as orcs. Well. How did things play out? I honestly thought I was going to enjoy a lot of the orc scenes more than I did. Though there were some scenes that did pique my interest a bit. Alright, rescuing Daddy Orc. Oh. Oh, that's right, Daddy Orc. Forgive him. Show him the error of his ways. Show him why he could trust you. That's right. No one can see you from up there. Anyways, what did I think about the orcs here? Well, they certainly have that barbaric aspect to them, and they are invading some other world because their world is dying. Though I did find it annoying that they're following a clearly evil leader. I mean, come on. This guy looks like death incarnate. Why does he have bones growing out of him? What possible function could those things have? Though I do have to admit, I do love how Goldmane is just evil. Not so much as I'm clearly evil appearance, but just how sinister he actually is, and how I love his display of power. That's why he's the leader of all the orcs, despite his clearly he's evil look. And I do love those somber moments with Daddy Orc and his wife, and no, I'm not gonna bother looking up his name. He'll always be Daddy Orc to me. Daddy Orc and his best friend. They do give a sense that orcs are smarter than just following their chieftain, and have a sense of honor and pride, even if it doesn't turn out well for him at the end, or really for anyone in this movie. And that's something I kind of like about this movie, is that it ends rather tragic for everyone involved pretty much. I know it's sequel baiting, but it does give this world more stakes, and more of a sense of realism, rather than having the humans push back the orcs and everyone manages to come home and they save the day. Yeah, no. So, would I recommend this movie? Only if you're a Warcraft fan, honestly. Otherwise, most audiences would probably be very, very lost. For an admirer of orcs, I think an admirer of orcs would actually appreciate the effort that went into representing them in this movie. You do get good motivation as to why they're invading this world, and some somber moments that develop these characters more than just barbaric warlike creatures. And the makeup, the effects, the cinematography, it really paints them in a beautiful light. Even if all that muscle does kind of make their eyes seem a little too small for their body. I certainly hope if there are more sequels, they keep up that level of detail in the effects. And I certainly wouldn't object to seeing more gorgeous, burly orcs on screen. Even if the plot does lose me, at least I have something nice to look at.